Hello.
Hi, how are you doing? I'm just talking with my supporter in Ontario, and I have now a cameraman just arrived in San Jose, and I'm telling him about Damon Dunn. In fact, that Damon Dunn has been a Democrat all his life. He became Republican only last year. He defrauded the voters by not putting on his voter registration card the fact that he registered as a Democrat in Florida. And I just came from Florida. I went to the registrar of voters, and I've got even more shocking news. He called the registrar of voters in Florida, asking them to delete from the database his voter registration as a Democrat. And it's very important that each and every Republican in the state of California knows about it. We have a primary June 8th, and we want to make sure that this shield, this ringer, is not winning the primary, because sure enough, he will keep Obama in office for 4 more years.
Tim Wagner here, Orly TAITZ, just arrived in San Jose, running for the Secretary of State of California.
Hi.
You know about cash for clunkers already? But let me tell you.
Tea Party patriots who are trying to get the country back, get our constitutional rights back. And I've been fighting for quite some time so that you will have your constitutional rights.
On non-football topics, Dunn speaks in excited and vibrant tones. Diverse political heroes include Martin Luther King, Barack Obama, and Governor Pete Wilson. He remains a political novice, having never run for office previously. He is first registered to vote as a Democrat a decade ago, but never actually went to the polls until May of 2009.
Speak to fellow patriots, Tea Party patriots, who are trying to get the country back, get our constitutional rights back. And I've been fighting for quite some time so that you will have your constitutional rights. I have 2 degrees. I'm both an attorney, licensed in all courts in California and going up to the Supreme Court of the United States. I'm also a businesswoman. I'm a doctor of dental surgery, have 2 degrees. And as such, I have filed a legal action in Washington, D.C., in the Lion's Den, in Obama's backyard, fighting to get a declaratory relief from the judge, stating that the health care bill that was rammed, that was pushed by the Democratic Party, is unconstitutional. Thank you. This is the bill that is taking away your rights. Federal government does not have the right to tell you, you have to buy a product, and if not, we're gonna fine you, and if you don't pay your fine, we're gonna throw you in jail. No way. This is not in our Constitution. Let me tell you why I'm fighting so much. I was born in the Communist Soviet Union, and I've seen firsthand a country where there are no constitutional rights, where the citizens can be thrown in prison with no questions asked. And I want to make sure that my 3 children, that your children, don't end up in the same situation. This is the reason why I'm representing over 200 members of U.S. military, going up to rank of Major General. I'm representing 10 state representatives from all over the nation, a number of candidates who were on the ballot in 2008 election, among them former UN Ambassador Alan Keyes. Thank you. I'm trying to bring legitimacy back to elections, constitutionality back to elections. I started by writing a letter to our current Secretary of State, Democrat Sandra Bowen. Before the election, I have asked her a simple question. Can you tell me what documents did you use to verify that Barack Hussein Obama is eligible to be the President of the United States? And to my shock and disbelief, I found out that she checked absolutely nothing. Her answer was, well, we're not an investigative agency, and therefore we don't need to check a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, if that is the case, anybody can be sitting in the White House as a president. Osama bin Laden, hypothetically, can sign a paper saying, I'm eligible, and he will be your next president. We have to stop it. And therefore, you need in the office of the Secretary of State of California a person who is knowledgeable, a person who is a constitutional attorney, who has shown time and again, working 24/7, 365, that this election, the next election, will be a proper election where your rights will be upheld.
Cash for vote. And because almost 800,000 cars,
I'm the attorney
mostly
that
Americans, and these cars will have been given to a poor family or for a person who needs to work or whatever.
And by the way, here,
It's going to be a hard time
this
finding
is the
parts
person who's
later
running against me
on.
as a Republican.
Because the
Are you
engine
a
is
registered
the critical
Republican?
part for a car.
Okay, this is the guy who is
And
running against
when
me
you guys drive
as a
a
registered Republican
blue
here.
legal American car,
Registration as a Democrat in
then it's qualified by bought it anyways.
Here is a letter.
And it has over 200,000. We have
Against
an
me.
item
His name
made
is
in
Damon
the
Dunn.
U.S.
His name is what? Damon Dunn. Have you heard the name?
Hopefully all these jobs will
Well,
come
he's
back
running
soon, but it's
against
going
me in
to, until we
Republican
tell the
primary.
government to bring those
But
jobs
here
back.
is his voters in
For the other
Florida
countries.
asking to delete his whole record
And they
when
break
he's
all the time
registered as a
too,
Democrat.
but made in America for me.
Republican? Are you registered Republican? I'm running in Republican primary. I'm the attorney that filed, I'm running for Secretary of State of California. I'm the attorney that filed most legal actions to force Barack Obama to produce his birth certificate and legal action against the healthcare reform, finding it unconstitutional. And have you heard of Damon Dunn? Damon Dunn. He's a guy who runs against me in Republican primary. Well, this is his registration as a Democrat in Florida, showing Democrat registered in Florida. And this is a letter stating that he called Registrar of Voters in Florida, asked him to delete his record from the database, so people would know that he registered as a Democrat there.
Who your enemy is, what they set out to do. Okay? Where are you from?
Southern California, Orange County.
But these people use our morals as a tool against us. Okay? These people don't play by the rules.
Registered Republicans?
What's that?
Are you
You
registered
need to
Republican?
understand, these people
I'm running for
are
Secretary of
held
State
in.
on the Republican ticket in the primary.
Some
I'm the attorney that filed most legal actions for
That's their goal.
Obama to produce his original
Dealing
birth
with people
certificate and legal action against the healthcare bill.
These people really
Have you
believe
heard of Damon
that the
Dunn?
founders were racist.
Have you heard name Damon Dunn? You know who he
You know,
is?
this whole system that we have
This is a guy who is running against me as a Republican candidate.
based on
But here is his card showing him registered as a Democrat in Florida. And this is a letter that he sent to Registrar of Voters in Florida. He called them asking to delete. Are you registered with Republican by chance?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Have you as a Republican candidate and he registered as a Democrat in Florida? Here's his registration card. And this is a letter showing that he called the Registrar of Voters in Florida asking to delete his whole record where he registered as a
Well, good luck.
So, right. I'm waiting for you. Okay. I'm the attorney that filed most of those lawsuits against the healthcare and for Obama to produce his birth certificate. The healthcare and for Obama to produce his birth certificate. Are you running for the Secretary of State? Yes.